Hello, everybody. This is Skip Elsheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks Lunchtime Streaming Show, where we watch old 16mm films. And that little snippet I've explained a couple of times is from a Leave It to Beaver episode, where Beaver sells really horrible smelling perfume so that he can get a film projector so he can do shows in his garage and charge admission. Technically that was an 8mm projector and not a 16 projector. So, full disclosure. All right. What should you do?
Life is so full of little problems. Each single day we need a few. And you ask yourself, what should I do? Is there a special rule to follow? It's up to you to find a clue. While you ask yourself, what should I do? You may have months, you may have weeks, you may have overnight, or maybe just a moment to choose a course that's right. Let's take a given situation with a decision up to you. And you ask yourself, what should I do? What should I do?
Hey, come on, Susie. Nobody's on the rings. Whee! Hey, where's my purse? My lunch money was in it.
Hold everything. Let's see what's going to happen. What should they do? Susie, Hank, and Red. I can think of a lot of things, can't you? I'll bet Susie can too.
Oh, gee whiz. A purse can't walk. Somebody must have taken it. But Hank and Red are the only ones around, so it has to be one of them. Maybe I should accuse them. Okay. Which one of you stole my purse? Stole your purse? What are you talking about? You mean we steal? You don't trust us? How'd you like it if somebody did that to you? Susie, phooey! Why did I accuse them without being sure? That was so embarrassing. I shouldn't have left the purse there in the first place. Maybe I ought to just forget about it. It wasn't much money. Of course I'll have to go without lunches. No potatoes? And gravy? No desserts? Oh, I can't stand it. I'll starve to death. Gee, what am I going to do?
Susie seems to have a real problem. But while she's thinking it over, let's check in on some of Hank's thoughts.
First of all, I saw Red pick up a purse. It must have been Susie's. Maybe I should tell her. Hey, Susie, guess who's got your purse? Red. Oh, yeah? Yeah! Tattletale, squealer. Hank is a tattletale, a tattletale, a tattletale. Boy, that's a good way to lose friends. It's none of my business anyway. Maybe I ought to just say nothing. So long. I'll see you later, kids. What am I gonna do? Poor Susie. Gee, I never thought Red would keep it. And now, I'm part of it. Am I a man or a mouse? Oh, brother. I don't want that to happen. There must be another way.
Yes, there are other ways, and Hank will just have to keep thinking. But right now, let's see what's on Red's mind.
Gee, I guess it's Susie's purse, all right. But it's finders keepers. And then folks are loaded anyway. So maybe I just ought to keep it. Sorry, Susie. I've got to go. Uh-oh. Suppose Hank saw me. He might snitch. I'd be a crook. Gosh, that would be awful. Maybe I should give her the purse after all. Here it is, Susie. I was just kidding. Oh, yeah? If I hadn't shown up, you would have kept it. I'm gonna tell on you. Oh, boy. And I thought honesty was the best policy. I've got to give this a little more thought.
Well, there you have it. There are always a lot of different ways to look at a problem. You've probably thought of some yourself.
So there is your given situation. Now the decision's up to you. And if you were Susie or Hank or Red, what would you do? What would you do?
Yeah, so Ernest in the comments felt like Susie's voice was Pamela Ferndon. And I was thinking the same thing as I was listening to it. Pamela Ferndon did a lot of cartoon voices. I think she did at least one of the Peanuts specials. And she was just like the kid that showed up in a lot of TV shows. Character actor kid. I think she played Felix Unger's daughter. Let me see. What else did she do? I'm looking it up. Yeah, she just has a very distinctive voice. She was on Shazam. I don't know if they accredited her. She certainly, yeah, lots of TV. Holy cow, so much TV. I think she was probably on the Brady Bunch too. Yep, she was. Lucy Winters. Yeah. Anyways, and Old Radios thinks that he found Amy Hobby, who was the girl photographer in yesterday's film. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, I certainly see the name, but I don't know beyond that because Amy Hobby seems like that's a common name. But, I could be wrong. Old Radios, I did some great research. And, but anyways, if that was the same Amy Hobby, she produced a lot of interesting films. And it was quite a departure. But got that eye for photography, doing those stark contrast photos. What I want to know is how living things change. So please let me know, our good friends at Coronet.
How do you think animals like these could change through millions of years into horses? Scientists agree that it happened, but how? Or could you explain how animals that looked like this could develop into elephants, much larger with long trunks? Can you think of ways prehistoric birds like this could be the ancestors of our modern birds? What caused such changes? How could they occur? What patterns in nature bring about new species of living things or change old ones? A fine dairy herd shows the results of recent changes. Great milk-producing cows result from selective breeding, while cows less selectively bred usually give less milk. This change in these living things resulted from breeding only the best milk producers. By selectively breeding chickens, we can get big chickens for meat, and other chickens that are less desirable for meat but lay more eggs. Changes brought through selective breeding. Indian corn or maize with small ears and uneven, many-colored kernels is the original base for our fine, modern hybrid corn, with its even kernels and full ears. These are examples of changes in living things that have been produced and recorded in a relatively short period of years through careful selection of the parents of succeeding generations. The study of changes in living things that have occurred through millions of years starts with the discovery of records in rock, the finding of remains of plants and animals of the past, and the recording of exactly where these fossils were found. From such rock records, we know of animals that lived millions of years ago, and we can see how vast the changes in living things have been when we imagine such flying reptiles as these. But how did living things change? One of the first explanations is associated with the name of Jean-Pierre Lamarck. He believed acquired characteristics could be passed on to succeeding generations. And on this, he based his theory of changes in living things. For example, he would say the long neck of a giraffe was acquired through stretching for food. Stretching lengthened slightly the neck of one giraffe. This acquired characteristic was passed on to its offspring, who had longer necks. So, Lamarck theorized, because an early short-necked animal stretched its neck, giraffes have long necks today. He thought the long neck was acquired. Supposedly, then, if this giraffe doesn't stretch for food, but gets it easily, or by stooping, it can acquire a bent neck. Then this bent neck will be passed on to its offspring. So we might assume that all future giraffes will have bent necks because this one stooped. Today, we no longer accept this theory that acquired characteristics are inherited. For example, these Doberman Pinscher puppies have long ears, and each puppy's ears would be long all his life. But it has been the practice to dock and tape Doberman ears to make them stand erect. Thus, most Dobermans have acquired the characteristic of erect ears. But though this has been true for 50 years or more, the characteristic is not passed on to succeeding generations. Doberman puppies are born with long ears. No, acquired characteristics do not explain the big changes in living things. Sounder explanations of these changes came from Charles Darwin, whose theory can be thought of as natural selection. According to Darwin, the basis for changes lies in which animals mate to reproduce. Thus, to explain how our modern elephants with long trunks developed from ancient animals with long snouts, Darwin began his theory with selection of breeding stock, natural selection. If, among the ancient animals, those with longer snouts bred together, they would tend to produce animals with longer snouts. But why would this kind of mating happen? Darwin theorized that the animals with longer snouts could get more food, so were stronger, lived longer, and naturally produced more offspring. Those with longer and longer snouts or trunks, being more fitted to survive, tended to produce succeeding generations. And so, The modern elephant developed through a long process of natural selection of breeding stock. The fittest to survive lived to reproduce, and long trunks helped make them fit to survive. Animals of various types died out because changing conditions of the earth made them unfit to survive. None of their species had physical traits suited to the new conditions, so we know of them only through stone records. Some specimens of animals had, for a time, characteristics such as long tusks that helped them survive despite predatory enemies, while others, without the long tusks, died out. So living things changed through breeding as conditions changed. We can see this sort of change in the gradual evolution of the horse, from this ancient animal that lived 50 million years ago. It was small, about the size of a sheep. It lived on plants and was food to many predators. Speed in running was its key to survival. So gradually, larger, faster animals were those that reproduced. And as changing conditions required more size and speed, eventually our modern horse developed, because the larger, faster animals were naturally selected to reproduce. Hugo de Vries added his own observations of mutations to Darwin's theory. By mutations, he meant the appearance of plants or animals unlike their parents. We can see mutations in mink coloration. This is the natural ranch mink color. But occasionally, two mink of this natural color will produce a mutation. Sometimes a mutation that looks like this. A mutation because it is unlike its parents. Many other mutations appear. Light mink, a mutation. Very dark mink, another mutation. And even white mink. Each of these colors can be fixed through selective breeding, and a new type of mink can be established very quickly. Thus, mutations can explain apparently sudden changes in living things. In the story of the horse, mutations could explain certain changes. Early horses had 4 toes. Then 3-toed horses appeared, perhaps a mutation. Since 3 toes were an aid to survival, soon all horses had only 3 toes. Later horses were probably results of further mutations that aided survival, for they had 1 main toe with 2 smaller toes, another mutation. And finally, the hoof of our modern horse, perhaps again a mutation. Thus, natural selection and mutations can explain many of the changes in living things. And, as in most science, our understanding is the result of the work of several men. Lamarck, whose theory of acquired characteristics, though faulty, helped lead to Darwin, who formulated the doctrine of natural selection. To it, mutations were added by the observations of de Vries. Through understanding their ideas, we can explain how ancient birds could be the ancestors of modern birds. We can understand how maize could be changed through selective breeding into modern hybrid corn. And we can understand how wide varieties of animals and plants can be developed and new characteristics fixed through the application of our knowledge of how living things change.
Where's Sidney?
Upstairs playing.
Ah, it's a good time to frost my cake.
Someone thinks your cake is pretty good without frosting.
Sidney, you're in trouble. Uh-oh.
Duncan Hines. Our cake's so moist, even unfrosted, the taste comes alive.
He says he couldn't help himself. It's so delicious.
He's right.
Harry.
Duncan Hines Light Deluxe 2 and pudding recipe. So moist and delicious, they might not wait till they're frosted.
Uh-oh. I remember that as a kid. And who eats cake without frosting? I mean, I guess that's the point of the commercial, is it's so delicious and so rich. But come on, white sheet cake needs some delicious frosting on it. Okay, it's been a long time since I've shown this film, and this is one of the hallmarks of our collection. And I should say, last night I did a screening at the Alamo, and thank you to those of you who came to it. We watched Kids versus Critters, and showed quite a few kind of AV Geeks favorites. We showed Squeak the Squirrel, Skipper Learns a Lesson, Ro Rivas Talks About Worms. Just a variety of really great films. So this film coming up is one of those that we got, and we're just like, whoa. And so we learned a lot more about kind of niche things. And so this is made for rescue people and for medical people on how to administer artificial respiration to people who have laryngectomies. And this will explain that. But some of the scenes in here are crazy scenes. Also, I'll try to boost the volume, but there's this, basically people who have laryngectomies, their larynx is gone. So they learn to speak other ways. And if you can listen to what the guy is saying at the cookout, it's kind of crazy. Anyways, here's Check the Neck. Enjoy.
Hey, let's go. This guy's out.
Hurry up there. Move along.
Let's go. I'll check the other guy.
Get him out. Get him out.
Hurry up. What's this? Nothing.
Get him out. Careful now.
Who's dead? Dead?
Badly hurt.
Anything hurt you?
Watch it.
Boy's got a big head. Hold it down. Let me get a rewind. What's the matter? Let me check in there. How is he? Is he alive?
Boy, that was some accident, huh?
Alive? Yes. And not critically injured. But because they have failed to take a simple precautionary check, the very people who have rushed to his aid may cost him his life. For the accident victim is a laryngectomy.
Move back there.
Move it back a little bit. Where are you going, fella? Wait a minute. Maybe I can help him. You can help him? All right, go ahead. Check the neck. Right.
That man, a laryngectomy. Fortunately, this time another laryngectomy was at the scene. Like the injured man, he has had a total surgical removal of his voice box, the larynx. He's had to learn to speak again, and most vitally, to breathe again solely through an opening in his throat. He is one of thousands of neck breathers. For them, mouth-to-mouth resuscitation is useless.
Doesn't fit. Doesn't get a good feel. Just turn it a little, Will. Attaboy. Now it fits good. His chest is rising. His chest is rising.
Yeah, he's starting to respond, too.
Good. Number two. Come around here. Help him sit up.
Coming,
All right,
too.
Bill. Stand up. Let go out. How you feel, pal?
Fine.
How did you know?
Every laryngectomy should display this sticker. One or more occupants of this car is a laryngectomy. He or she breathes through an opening in the neck. Do not twist head. Do not throw water on the head. Keep opening clear of all foreign matter. Apply oxygen to neck opening only. Mouth to stoma is effective. In addition to the sticker, which is often found on the rear window, a laryngectomy might also have this first aid booklet in the car, or in this special litter bag attached to the dashboard of his car. Everyone who might become interested and concerned in the administration of aid to the neck breather is urged to call for a free copy to county units of the American Cancer Society. Their telephone numbers are listed in the phone directory. This booklet provides detailed information, including a diagrammatic explanation of how neck breathing is accomplished. This is a cross-section of the conventional manner of breathing. Air enters through the nose or mouth, is carried down the trachea or windpipe, then into the bronchial tubes, and finally enters the lungs. Exhalation reverses the process. In some instances of cancer of the larynx, the entire voice box is surgically removed and the trachea diverted to the skin surface. A laryngectomy. This surgical alteration completely and permanently eliminates all connection between mouth and neck and the lungs. A tube is inserted in the opening through which the patient breathes. If we were to place a plastic bag over the head of a conventional breather, he would suffocate in a matter of moments. This man, however, is a neck breather and places no reliance whatsoever on air entering from the nose and mouth. In fact, for him, the application of mouth-to-mouth resuscitation or oxygen to the nose or mouth would only force air into the stomach, not the lungs. Unless such aid were directly applied to the stoma, this man would die. In the event a laryngectomy need to assist another laryngectomy or a conventional breather, two methods of resuscitation will be demonstrated. First, the Sylvester method. Pulling the arms outward over the victim's head should allow air to go in. Pressing the lower chest under the diaphragm should cause air to go out. Repeat until there is evidence of results. Keep the victim's head straight. This will allow the stoma to retain its shape. This is most important. This is the Holga-Nielsen method. First, put something under the neck of the laryngectomy, between the stoma and the ground. This will keep dirt particles from being inhaled or sucked into the stoma. Propping his nose and chin and the heel of his shoe will keep his head from slipping out of position. For here again, it is most important to keep his head straight so that the stoma will not change its shape. Press firmly, allowing the weight of the upper body to assist in pressing the victim's diaphragm. Release and pull on the arms. Repeat until there is evidence of results.
This is a medical aid bracelet. Every laryngectomy wears it.
This bracelet not only identifies a neck breather, but also gives special medical information about him. He might be a diabetic or allergic to antibiotics. They will want to know that at the hospital. A collect call anytime, day or night, to the phone number listed on the bracelet, giving his serial number, will immediately elicit any information provided in his international file. The International Association of Laryngectomies, an affiliate of the American Cancer Society, can provide further information about the men and women who have become neck breathers. Call on them. They will be grateful. A human life was saved this time because someone was aware of the need to check the neck. Many of these people have fought a battle with cancer. They have not come out unscarred, but they have learned more than ever the value of life, and they want very much to live it. The removal of the larynx leaves the laryngectomy voiceless only temporarily. Those who are able learn the esophageal method of speech. Others require mechanical aids.
Last year. Yes, I thought it was very good. Did Joe shouldn't drink so much. I know, but try to tell Joe, that's weird. Women and drink. Oh, come on now. That's right. Dear, don't drink so much. Why? Because the women don't like it. Oh, come on now. That's the best part of the woman, is when you drink it. Have a lot of fun. It is. If they drink too much, it's no good. Why not? Then they don't remember. That's the best part when they don't remember.
Jim, I understand you owned a plane at one time?
There I had 4 passenger command.
Did you do much flying?
Quite a bit.
Where'd you go?
We used to go to Long Island.
Oh, and
Every Sunday to play golf.
Oh, you went that far?
Couple-hour trip, that's all.
Did your wife like flying too?
Very much. Loves to fly.
There are many opportunities for the laryngectomized to receive free speech lessons with the help of the American Cancer Society. Frequently, the laryngectomy clubs provide free lessons, as do the Lost Chords of New Jersey. When faced with any emergency in which first aid may be necessary, always remember to look for these clues. The laryngectomy's first aid booklet inside the car. The window sticker with its instructions for aiding the victim. The identification tag with its important medical information and phone number to call for further information. Most important of all, check the neck. This will instantly identify a laryngectomy, and you can then render safe, effective first aid treatment. Although you may not have a laryngectomy living in your town, or even near it, one or more may be injured in your town while driving through it. When confronted with an emergency, always remember to check the neck.
So that conversation at the picnic with the people who had laryngectomies was about drinking too much, and women don't like that. But then somebody countered that that's the best part of a woman when you drink. It didn't 100% make sense, but yeah, they're just talking about getting drunk and about ladies at a party. So there you go. All right, so we watched Amy, the photographer, yesterday. Today we're going to learn about Jafar and his blue tiles. Enjoy.
My name is Jafar Baksh. I am 14 years old. Ours is a small village of farmers and shepherds, but what makes it special is an ancient brick dome which stands in the center of our village square. It's 666 years old and very high, about 60 meters. I live in Iran, an old and very rich country. 500 kilometers west of Tehran, which is the capital city, is my village of Sultaniye. There are about 4,000 people living in Sultaniye, and everybody knows everybody else. After giving a drink to my donkey, Golnar, who gets very tired carrying hay, I'm going to the place where I really want to be. Tonight we are baking my special blue tiles in one of the 3 mud kilns of Sultaniye. And if they come out right, my long and wonderful adventure will be successful. This has been the most unusual and exciting summer in my whole life. It all started when our school holidays began 1 month ago. And of course, the big blue dome plays the main role in my adventure. The dome was almost in ruins until the men of the village started rebuilding it 7 years ago. This kind of work is called reconstruction. My father's name is Saeed, and he is the chief bricklayer on the dome. He's very good at his work, and sometimes I help him. I pass him the special bricks or tiles, which all put together will make the dome the beautiful blue color it used to be. What I want to do most, though, is to lay some of the blue tiles myself. My father says okay, but his conditions are difficult. Firstly, I need the permission of Mr. Darico, an Italian man who's head of the reconstruction team. And secondly, I have to learn right from the beginning how to make the tiles myself. I was shy to ask him, but Mr. Darico says it's okay. I can hardly believe my luck. Summer holidays in Sultaniye are boring, and for the first time, I have something definite to do. Mr. Darico says that by the command of Olajetu, a big king in the 14th century, the imperial city of Sultaniye was built. The city was dominated by Olajetu's mausoleum, which is just a big word for a tomb. After the king's death, the city was destroyed by invasions and earthquakes. And now, what remains of those days is this big tomb and 2 smaller ones. When Mr. Darico came here 7 years ago, there were 9 big cracks in the dome, and nearly all the old blue tiles had fallen off. He also says our work here is very important because we are saving the biggest dome of its kind in all of Iran. When Mr. Darico first came here, he found that the art of making the special blue glaze for the tiles was sadly lost. It took him 2 years to rediscover just the right color. Now, nearly every family in our village has a member who's working on the dome. The inside of the dome is also being restored. It's so beautiful and cool. And everywhere there are sacred writings in blue tile that praise Allah, our God. My grandfather, Mohammed, is the head of our family. He's 70 years old, and even though he loves me a lot, he makes me work quite hard.
Jafar, آب بده اونجا را آب کن.
The women of our village are very shy. They always wear black cloaks called shadurs. The first stage in making the blue tiles is to knead the clay until there are no more lumps and it's soft enough to work with. I have to be very careful not to lose my balance, but it's fun, especially when I think that each step brings me closer to laying my own tiles on the dome. Next, Peyruz teaches me how to make the bricks. It takes 2 days for the bricks to dry before we can put the glaze on them. All around the tomb, about halfway up, is a wide balcony. From there, we can see one of the small tombs, which Mr. Darico says he will take me to when he has time. The balcony has beautiful designs on the ceiling, and it fills me with wonder, thinking about the workers of long ago.
اینجا ببینید که سنترش شکر میکنه. این نرده این سگ میدون از کجا بردیم؟ از مدن کجا از کدوم اومدن؟ کسی یادم بگیم برو تام چنده؟ 25 چند
About a kilometer from the big tomb is the smaller tomb called Mullah Hassan. Mr. Darico first tried the blue tiles on this dome, and then he started using them on the big dome. Making the glaze for the tiles is the most important stage. It has to be just right. I learned to weigh the exact amount of ingredients of silicate, calcium, oxide of copper, and several other things. Then we mix all this using old-fashioned grinding stones. And we get the silicate by breaking up ordinary bottles we buy in the village. What finally comes out gives the bricks their special blue color. Mr. Darico says that if we use modern technology, the tiles are too perfect. They have a harsh look. By varying the ingredients, we make the 7 shades of blue that give the dome its special quality.
جعفر الان ببینم این کشیکی از دیروز از کوره در اومده ببین قشنگه شفق داره رنگه
He says that the beauty of handmade tiles can never be matched.
مدن صحیح نرفتید رو من چی کار کردیم؟ رفتیم مدن این سنگ پیدا. جعفر ببین موره که من اومدم اینجا همه سورک بوده خرابه.
بله
این
دیده
قسمت
بودم.
دیده بودیم. بریم پایین ببین اینجا چطور خوبه.
This brown tomb was also reconstructed by Mr. Darico, and me and my friends often play hide and seek here.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
Finally, it's time to glaze the 12 tiles I made in the brick room. We wash them in water first so they can absorb the glaze better. Nader, the man in charge of glazing and baking the tiles, Says the only way I'll really learn about glazing is to do it myself. He says it's very important that I put the glaze on just right, not too thick or too thin. The tiles are then stacked up in the kiln. Nada tells me that when we light the fire, it will be around 1,000 degrees centigrade in there. The tiles will be baked until morning, and my mother has allowed me to spend the night here watching over them. So that's why I'm here waiting. I'm a bit nervous. Suppose my bricks crack. My bricks didn't crack, and I am very happy and proud. My father said that if they came out well, I could bring them to the dome right away, and he would help me lay them in.
بزن خیلی خوب میری نگهداری بزن زمین بزن همون باری خورده اون بدتر نکن بیا بیرون بیا جعفر بزن اینجا ببینم بشین تو درست کردی نه؟ بله حتما؟ رفت
Now that Mr. Darico sees the tiles, he is telling me, bravo! I think that means well done in his language. What a day. I can hardly believe that I have made these beautiful tiles all by myself.
시간 여덟. 걔는 덥다. 깔고 있다. 오야노시간, 오야노라간. 다시. 위험하가 안 나고. 심사 제출했으나. 시간 없어가. 야라 menjel살. 공시하는. 받아라. sakla. Merci.
Imagine, maybe 666 years from now, my blue tiles will still be on this dome.
Yeah, sometimes we show a film that's good, that we really all enjoy, and I appreciate when you guys like something that we show and not just, laugh at it, make fun of it. I think we have those. They show up. And this series has been amazing. It's World Cultures and Youth is the series. It's possible that these films were shown on something else, but that's what this whole series is. And at some point, I had contact with Paul Saltzman, I think, via Jeff Alexander. Saltzman. Yeah. Because I was trying to find out more information about the Johannes, the silver maker from Ethiopia film, because I was getting inquiries about it from the family that was of Johannes. But yeah, these films are amazing. They capture a time and place and culture. They capture the process of how the thing is made. It tickles, I'm sure it tickled kids' brains, but it tickles adults' brains too. So every once in a while we show something legit. Not all the time. Not every film is like that. But yeah, thank you for joining, and thank you for the donations, Kevin. Thank you, Nathan. And also thanks everybody for just tuning in, watching, commenting, sharing. Thankfully, I don't know if my pleas have made this happen, but Rabies is not the top watched film right now. There's other films that we have recently added that have made it into that list, that top list. And that makes me happy because I uploaded Rabies 12, 13 years ago. And I have other films that are not black and white films about rabies that are filled with great information. So, yeah, there's so many films. And we add 2 a day now. And some of them are ones that we've shown on our show, but they just haven't made it separately because some people like to watch the film separately. And so, yeah, we're still chugging away, getting close to 11,000 films. And we do it because you guys like it. We would probably do it even if you didn't like it, but because you like it, that gives us more of an incentive to do it. And when you watch these films, some of them have some ads on them, and we make money from that. It's not a lot, but, you know, it helps cover the $2,200 storage fees that we're currently paying, that we're trying to move films back into our new film vault space. But, yeah, thank you so much. We'll be back again tomorrow. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Enjoy.